probably one of the most versatile rigs in bass fishing there is, the Carolina rig. You're going to take a large egg or barrel weight, slide it onto your line. I'm going to also add a glass bead here. It adds a little bit of color, but mainly it's to make noise. When these two hit each other, they will click. You can hear it, and it just sits there and it clicks, and it makes a lot of noise. So it gives a great vibration in off-color water, muddy water, kind of to just call fish and be aware of what's in there in the area. Then we're going to take just a barrel swivel, McMahon or barrel swivel, and attach it to our line. There, you can use a Palomar, improved clinch, whatever your favorite fishing knot is. I'm just going to do an improved clinch here. And this rig is really nice because this weight slides here and just allows it to slide. The fish feels no resistance when it eats our bait behind it. Now, you can use this rig for a number of situations. You can use it fishing power bait for trout. You can use it for catfishing. Anytime you don't want the fish to feel any resistance. You can attach what you do now on the back of this swivel is we're going to attach a leader. Your leader length can be anywhere from probably 2 to 8 feet in length. I've seen them a little longer, but it gets real tough to control. But 2 to 8 feet of length. We're going to take this and we're going to attach the leader right to it. It's going to run through here. Tighten that up. You know, a great pair of clippers is sure handy to have around. Good sharp pair. Now we've got our leader. This is real short for demonstration purposes here, but the nice thing is once I rig this with whatever I choose to put on this, it's going to fish up out of the weeds if you're fishing weed beds. It's going to fish up out of the grime and stuff like that, so it will allow it to fish higher in the water column and not get to where the fish are feeding rather than down in the, test your knots. That's why we always pull on them tight to make sure. There's nothing worse than having that same knot and not testing it, but with a big fish, you just lost your big fish that we fished for all year. And when you can tell when you didn't cinch it good enough, you can see the little curly cue there. I didn't cinch it good enough on that one, so it's a good thing I checked. I'm going to take that. We've got our hook. So now our rig, basic rig, we have our barrel weight, our glass bead to make noise, our McMahon swivel, then it leads up to our hook. Now this can be anything from like a size 18 treble if we're fishing for a trout with power bait, or this we're going to use it for bass. This has started out as mainly a bass rig. We're going to take our worm or whatever we're fishing, take it, run it in about 1/4 inch, because remember we want this to be weedless. We want this hook to sit just like this but inside the worm. So you think about how it's going to sit in there. So I usually lay it up next to it if I'm not familiar with how it's going to set, and look at it. And that way I can visualize how I want this to set in this worm, or maybe it's a craw, maybe it's a lizard. You're fishing a lizard over a bedding fish. So there's going to be a lot of things. So now we want the hook in there. So I'm going to take that, scrunch the worm up, push it right in there. Try to go straight as you can to rig this as straight. There we go. Now we've got it. We're going to skin flick that. We're going to push it back, put it right in. We got it. Nice and straight rig. We just have ourselves a Carolina rig. So I can fish this. The fish eats this. It floats up above the weeds or out of the rocks. Now we've got it up here. Great rig. Like I said, you can use it for catfishing with chicken livers and worms, whatever your choice, shrimp. You can use it with power bait for trout or any of your lizards, your crawdads for bass.